Hi, I'm Mrs. Collin and I'm the Head of Science here at Attleborough Academy. Now, we have 7 science labs here and we have an awful lot of specialist teachers who can take you all the way from Year 7 through to university. I know that sounds a long way off now, but we have people who can do A-level chemistry and physics and biology. We do A-level psychology. We do BTEC in forensic investigation, if that's what interests you. We also do health and social care. So we've got lots of things that we can offer you. Now, because we can't do a proper open evening like we would usually do, what we've got is a few experiments that we would introduce you to if you could come here to see us. So, starting here, we have now this is called the blue bottle. This is Mrs. Djokovic, and she's our senior lab technician. So would you like to show us how this works? Now this looks a little bit like magic, but it is in fact just chemistry. We take a liquid that is almost colourless, give it a shake, and it turns blue. Now, as I say, it's not magic, this is chemistry. There we go. If you want to know what's happening, then you'll have to come here and we'll explain it to you. Here we have Mrs. French, and Mrs. French is going to show you how to light a Bunsen burner, which is something that we do in Year 7. So we have a lit Bunsen burner, and you'll see it's on its orange flame because that's for safety. When Mrs. French turns the collar, we can change the colour of that flame to a pale blue or to a roaring blue flame like that. Another experiment you'll do a little higher up the school is we're going to see if we can change the colour of that flame. Okay, so we have a blue flame now. Can we change its colour for you? There we go. So there are certain chemicals that can turn flames red. You've got to look through the orange, look at the red around the outside, and that is because we have got some metal ions in there. Different metal ions turn flames different colours. So the fact that this is red tells me that this is lithium. Okay, now we've got another one to show you. This, you might recognise the blue, it's a recognisable copper sulphate, turns the flame a beautiful shade of green. And again, we do this experiment in school and we do it so that we can identify different metals. It's a kind of investigation that they may do in a forensics lab. Okay. Over here we have, this is Mr. Griffiths, and Mr. Griffiths is going to demonstrate for us the Graaf Generator. Now, what happens here, this is physics, and we have a belt which is transferring static electricity onto Mr. Griffiths. Look at his hair. Okay, his hair. Static electricity, it stands on end, and again, this is an experiment that we do in class and something that we go through the science and explain to you as you go to school. I can turn it up a little bit. If you give your head a little bit of a shake, Mr. Griffith, we can get just that little bit more. Okay, now, the other thing is if you look just here, I'm now going to turn it off, but Mr. Griffiths is going to keep his hands there. If you watch carefully, there should be a bit of a spark as the static electricity discharges, and Mr. Griffiths' hair will come back down. Ooh, there we go. Here we have Mrs. White. Mrs. White is a lab technician, and she's showing us how to do a titration. And what she's doing is she's adding some chemicals, some sodium hydroxide and alkali to an acid, and we've got a nice change in the colour of the indicator, so it goes from colourless over to pink, a nice bright shade of pink. So that tells us that the reaction has finished. And over here we have Mr. Seymour. Mr. Seymour is the second in science here at Attleborough Academy, and he runs our biology A-level, and he's looking at slides under the microscope. And we also have a model body there, so all the bits come out. So there we go, we can take the bits out and we can see where parts of the body should go. And next to him, this is not a member of the science teaching staff, but we thought we'd pop him in anyway. I hope you enjoy our very, very quick whistle-stop tour, and I really look forward to seeing you in September.